Welcome back to the PRS Battle in the Bayou, where we are getting ready to have a battle in the saddle bronc riding. But before we get to it, we want to give a shout out to the stock contractors here in Gonzales, Louisiana. There's Stay Smith Pro Rodeo, Klein Brothers, as well as Pickett Pro Rodeo, X2 Rodeo, JFI Farms, Penny Bucking Bulls, Bird Nest Rodeo, and FNF Bucking Bulls. What would a trip to Cajun country be without a crawfish boil? And we sure had one. Our thanks to Phil Savoy and Scotty Fairchild. Good times, lots of music, and spicy. Speaking of spicy, Kelly Timberman caught up with a very well-known saddle bronc rider making his PRS debut here in his home state.
Hey, I'm here with Cody DeMoss, Hot Sauce DeMoss, Louisiana boy. It's got to feel good to come down and ride in front of some of the hometown crowds.
Shoot, yeah, you don't ever get to come to a caliber of event like this in Louisiana, and shoot, I was just happy to be here.
Yeah. What's the saying? Laissez bon temps rouler?
Let the good times roll.
Okay, I didn't know Kelly could speak French.
You know, I lived in Louisiana for about 3 years. I got to tell y'all something. Bunch of good people, and they've got one good bronc rider in that Cody DeMoss.
Louis Brunson will be our first saddle bronc rider. He's from Rapid City, South Dakota, on Passionate Kisses from the Pickett Pro Rodeo. And here he goes.
I tell you what, it looked like a bad go right out of there. I'm not so sure he spurred him out. Kind of sporadic jumps out of this bronc. He's trying to spur him, but it's every other jump kind of going across there.
Well, you look at it, like you say, every time it's how you set your ride up right out of there. You see about the third jump, he goes ahead and he gets in time with him. Everything's fluent. It's coming together. Horses kind of got some different jumps to him. He's stalled out there one spur stroke. But basically, overall, I thought it was a pretty nice bronc ride. I don't think it's going to be a huge score, but a good one to start with.
You bet.
Well, you know, he started off kind of offbeat, and the horse kind of finished offbeat. You add that together, and he's only 76 points as we go to Cole Elsher, face South Dakota, Jumpin' Jack from the Klein Brothers.
Well, this guy right here, we all know can ride. Holy
We
crap.
know now that Jumpin' Jack can get back and bring a good guy down.
Man, that horse buck.
I think maybe he wasn't expecting what this horse was right here. Look how it jerks him loose over on that left side, stands him in a stirrup, and then almost runs over him.
Well, you watch this. Was it the length of that riding rein there? Or no, it just spit him right over off the offside. He just flat got bucked off.
Exactly. Left foot come out, got his body forward, and then it all went together for him.
Derek Wolford, here's the young guy that has really been grabbing our attention this year out of Michigan. Bareback rider, saddle bronc rider. Wolford, who won first in Reading, is on Sundowner from Smith Pro Rodeo.
Man, nice horse. Good start. Kind of rough, right? Oh, right out through there.
I mean, back and forth, slice and dice, duck and dive, dirty, hard to ride.
I mean, look at all this power and that big jumps like that. And he's just going at him, trying to stay hooked. Horse just a little bit too much for the way he got started on.
He's going left to right a lot more than a lot of guys do.
That horse is moving his head and changing leads, bucking, so I'm sure that thing is going on like that. He's used to pulling on that rigging instead of lifting on that rein.
Here's Cody DeMoss, one of our featured cowboys, making his PRS debut. Smiling Goat from Smith Pro Rodeo is the bucking horse.
Oh, come on, get in time with him. There we go. Now we're lined out at the end. Look at these people from Louisiana are going to jump out of the rafters here.
Nothing against Cody's riding because he rides great, but the spur out wasn't as good. He didn't hold them like he wanted to. They came out bad. Look, it just takes him all the way to the wall to get completely caught up on a kind of a nice horse.
Well, he is about a 2013 season from winning over $2 million in his career. Cody DeMoss with a 74. Right now, he's in the top 4. We'll go down to Court Shear. He's from Nebraska, and he's on Darth Vader from the Klein Brothers.
You want to talk about a guy, he makes a whistle, makes a great ride. He's going to let you know about it. He's exciting to watch.
He sure is. He's real fast feet. Look at this. Really aggressive. Upper body doesn't move very much at all. Nice spur ride. Good little horse.
Purdy ride.
All right.
Well, I wish they scored on the dismount.
There you
I
go.
know you do, Hawkeye,
Yeah.
but they don't, unfortunately, but it was a great ride.
I mean, you can see this spur out here. Look at turn his toes out, getting good hold with those heels of those boots all the way back, lifting on his rein. Good little horse. We ought to see a big score this time.
85 points for Court Shear. He'll take the lead in this go-around. We'll go to J.J. Elsher from Hereford, South Dakota. He met his cousin, Cole Elsher, a moment ago. Here's the man who won the PRS in Roanoke.
Good spur out here. Look at this. Got his feet going. Right foot's having trouble. Rain come up. Ooh, I tell you what, he's having a little trouble getting her all going. The rain wasn't where it's supposed to be on him.
Any kind of a score will get him the Final Four showdown. Kelly, what'd you think?
One of my favorite things to watch in the saddle bronc riding is J.J. Elsher. They talk about lifting on that rein and, you know, keeps you in that saddle. J.J. actually lifts on that rein so hard they call it getting underneath your rein. His whole body, his chin, everything is underneath that, pressing him down in the swells. That's why he's one of the most consistent bronc riders in the world.
I like where the judges were positioned on that left, both of them on the left side, could not see the missed beat on that right foot.
Exactly, and when you can get away with it, my gosh, that's the one lucky time for you.
It worked. 80 big points for J.J. Elsher. He will make it into the Wrangler Final Four showdown along with Cody DeMoss, Louis Brunson, and the winner of the long round, Court Shear, with that 85. Tonight's Kershaw Cutting Edge Performance highlights. Our bareback riding highlight is from Clint Cannon, who's going to let her rip on the spark plug from X2 Rodeo on his way to an 85-point ride. In the bull riding, Willis Trosclair shows the form that made him a top PBR bull rider as he tamed X2's Hot Butted and tallied up an 84-point ride. And in the saddle bronc riding, making the Kershaw cut was Court Shear. He did not miss a lick as he stayed in perfect rhythm with Klein Brothers' Darth Vader. Kershaw is the official knife of the PRS. Be sure to log on to ProRoughstock.com for more video, all the scores, news, and information from the PRS Tour, including information on the upcoming fall schedule. And a reminder, the 2013 PRS World Championships are coming up November 15th and 16th at the Rushmore Plaza Civic Center in Rapid City, South Dakota. For Spud Whitman, Hawkeye Henson, and Kelly Timberman, I'm Justin McKee. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week.